What's going on, guys? This is how we made like 2K. I didn't really even add it up, but trading NASDAQ today, we had a break even and then we had a winner and then we scaled in on the winner. I have most of the executions posted in the PNL in the Discord right now. I just got to go and post the rest, but I'll get to that later. So I'm going to run through this pretty quick. So coming into the day, we had obviously taken out all-time highs, right? And after market open, we had a nice displacement down rate going into market open, and I seen that price was continuing to respect this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Initially, we had came down and tapped into this 15-minute bullish fair value gap right here, and then we had a nice reaction up. And I was looking at longs to go back up to all-time highs, but then I seen price struggling to get over this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. So for me, I was looking for price to eventually want to come down and take out all this low resistance sell side liquidity. We had London low, Asia low, an hourly gap right here. So again, I seen price respecting this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. I basically scaled down and I was looking at the highest time frame inversion to kind of work with. And on the 1 minute, I seen we got this 1 minute inverse. We came back in and retraced. We got this nice bearish close at around 10:01. I put stops above the wick. And as soon as NQ came down and swept out this low back into this 15-minute bullish fair value gap, I ended up moving my stops to break even. And the idea was to see if we could catch a high risk to reward trade down to take out this low resistance liquidity. And that ended up getting stopped out break even, but it was a nice try on that. Again, we were respecting off that 5-minute gap, order flow shifting bearish, 1 minute inverse. Managed it quick after we swept these lows. Price came back and stopped us out break even. So then from there, I continued to have that bearish bias as long as we continue to hold that 5-minute bearish fair value gap up here. So from here, I seen that ES was continuing to push down bearish. So I knew that ES had London low a lot closer than NQ did. Like if you look at NQ, London low was all the way down here. ES had it a lot closer. So I figured that ES was going to want to take out London low. It was probably going to pull NQ down with it. We could at least catch a move down, right? So from here, we went to the 3-minute, which was our highest time frame inversion, and we ended up catching an inverse right here. So we had this 3-minute bullish fair value gap right here. We end up inversing it. I take the entry on the retest, basically back in on this wick, and that was my first entry. And I was basically targeting and waiting for ES to come down and take out London. Second entry I took as we continue to push lower. I entered now off of a 1-minute fair value gap continuation. Right here, we came back in, formed this big 1-minute bearish gap, came back in, poked into it, didn't get the greatest entry. It kind of got in after this candle was already pushing bearish, but regardless, stops above the 1-minute fair value gap. And I basically just targeted the continued sell side draws and liquidity. And my idea again was to see ES come down and take out London, and I would take profits along the way. So if you go over to ES, you'll see at this time, this was around the time I was waiting for ES to flush down and take out London, and that's when that was my idea behind the NQ trade. Then we just had that huge dump, which eventually pushed us to all take profits. So once again, first trade based on the lower time frame, order flow shift. Again, we had that 5-minute gap get inversed, or 5-minute bearish fair value gap. We inversed these bullish gaps, came back in, retrace in. We take the 1-minute inversion. Stops to break even after we sweep out this low, and then that gets taken out break even. We get the re-entry. We're looking at the highest time frame inversion. We have this 3-minute gap get inversed right here. We come back in, take the retrace. That's entry number 1. Entry number 2, we take off the 1-minute fair value gap, and the idea again was to see ES flush lower and that NQ would follow. And we were targeting into this hourly low right here. These this low resistance liquidity all the way down to London and Asia and all that stuff. So pretty good day in the markets today, can't lie. Super happy with how this played out. We did need that flush lower, so we're going to have to see what happens going into tomorrow. If you guys want to join the Discord, link will be in the pinned comment. And if you guys need a discount for Alpha Futures, I believe they have 25% off. I have a sign-up link in the pinned comment as well if you guys need that. So that's going to wrap it up for me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.